What's happening, Captains? Thanks for joining me today. It's wintertime, so that means it's obviously getting colder, and you need some stuff to keep you warm. Well, let's talk about down jackets. Today, I wanted to talk about a down jacket I've had for a long time, and that's this Fjallraven Expedition Lite jacket. This thing is a beefy jacket. Like, here we go. Look at this. I mean, huge amounts of padding and just everywhere. Like, the down fill power in this is incredible. It is a very warm jacket. And the styling on it's pretty cool if I do say so myself. Like I said, I've had this thing for a while, but I really don't like to do reviews until I get to really put something through its paces for you guys. And it really doesn't get cold that often here, so I haven't been able to make a review yet. But I wanted to change that today. Before I explain how I'm going to change that, I just want to go over some things because I have had this for a little while. It's very resilient. This thing is a beast of a down jacket. The face fabric and the down fill power is incredible. But like I said, it's just for this area where I live, I don't get to use this very often. But we've had a cold snap recently, so it's almost freezing here, and I know a place that's gonna be a lot colder. So we came to the highest point in Georgia, Preston Ball. It is way colder than it is at my house. It's currently this temperature here in Fahrenheit and Celsius. And I think this is kind of about the weather that you would need for this jacket, because even with as cold as it is and the wind blowing as hard as it is very warm. It's a 770 goose down fill jacket, and like you saw with the stuff sack, like this is a big jacket. This is not a backpacking jacket. This is a put on when you're very cold, or if you're dog sledding somewhere where you've got more storage in a car, whatever, but it will keep you so warm. And this is just the light version, but even here walking around with this, there are times where I'm warm. Like my back currently is very, very warm. So excellent at holding up those cold temperatures. And I'm glad I could bring it out here to share it with you guys. But now let's talk about some of the features. First off, you have this massive oversized hood. I mean, this thing is huge. You could put helmets on it, hats, no problem. And it's also really long to keep the wind from blowing in your face. And it's incredibly thick with the stuffing. And another thing that's really cool is on the back, you have buttons here so that when it's down, you can snap it so the wind won't blow it back up on you if you want. Just a really cool little thought that went into this. Then obviously you have pockets galore. There's a zip pocket in here, a little stretchy pocket. This is where I always keep the stuff sack. And then there's another stretchy pocket on this side. Those things are great for water bottles in the cold. And then you have hand warmer pockets and little flappy button pockets on the side here. And they're all like exactly where you want, very generously sized. So super good for just all of your needs. Beyond all the great pockets, you have some obviously very chunky YKK zippers. And I mean, these things are awesome if you've got gloves on and you need to zip up, so that's great. And YKK zippers, as you know, are just fantastic zippers that rarely get stuck. They always travel real smooth. They're just great zippers. Then you have drawstrings everywhere you need them. You obviously have drawstrings on the hood so you can cinch it down and keep all that warmth really nice and in. But then more importantly even, you have a cinch on your waist so that nothing flies up your back, because that stinks when you're out in the cold and the snow and you just feel that rush of cold air or snow up your back if you're skiing or snowboarding or something. I had to get out of the wind a little bit so I could show you. Another really cool thing that I really appreciate on this is down here at the bottom where the waist zip is an extra piece of fabric that is sewn in right here, and it adds just enough substantial weight to keep the jacket from floating up, since down gets pretty light. Now, with that light feeling comes the thing that people worry the most about with down, and that's durability. And in that regard, this is one of the most durable down jackets I've ever had. I've had loads of other brands and they've held up impressively well for how thin they are, but this face fabric is incredibly robust. I have been so surprised by it. Like I said, I've had this a little while now, and it's survived, you know, me doing stuff. It's survived Hudson hugs, which my dog loves to jump up on me and greet me and grab my shoulders, and he hugs me, and I wouldn't change that for a world, so I'm not gonna tell him no. But it can survive the dog claws, and you know, they're big dogs. We have a 150-pound chocolate lab and a 65-pound black lab boxer mix, for those of you that don't know, and it's held up to all of their abuse, all the dog drool, everything. Oh. Hi, babies. But yeah, just some incredibly robust stuff. And it's been absolutely stunning on that so far. I've been super thrilled with it because I was hoping that this would replace my Filson parka, which is a bomb-proof down parka, but it's made out of really heavy wax canvas. And I mean, this jacket is so heavy. So to have something that is robust and light is excellent for me. And then past the zippers and everything, you obviously have really great snap buttons to further keep the wind out over that storm flap so that air doesn't somehow get through your zippers. I mean, all in all, you can tell this thing lives up to its name of being an expedition jacket. And like I said, this is the light version, I think, and I am doing, you know, 17-degree weather and I'm very warm in it. So I think if you're doing about that, this is great for you. If you need to go colder, I would get the bigger one, but I would not get the bigger one if you think you may be this temperature or warmer, because if this jacket is this warm, I can't imagine how much stouter the regular is. Another great thing that I'm sure you're wondering about are the sleeves. They're elastic and they have buttons here so that you can stretch them over the gloves and then cinch them down over the gloves. Like most everything on this that I've found out, it is purpose-built for your adventures in mind. And you know, I realized that in the last review with the Keb pants, is there are a lot of purposeful attentions to details that are directly related to your adventures. And the trend seems to continue through here. And I think that's something that Fjallraven does really, really well, is focus their attention to your adventure needs. It's not built for form or fashion. It is built well and with your adventures in mind. And all the little details on this jacket just prove that to me. Like extra weight in places you need weight, extra snaps, pull strings that are thick and huge and easy to use with or without gloves. All those details really add up to something that's really, really amazing. So if you need to get a jacket like this, you definitely won't go wrong with this one. But I think that's everything feature-wise on the jacket. I hope you guys have enjoyed this and found it informative. And I hope you enjoyed my little excursion to the top of the state just to make it cold enough to really, really put this through its paces for all of you, because I've had a blast going on this adventure today, and I hope the effort was worth it for all of you watching, because it's been fun to do. And as always, I hope to see you out there. Bye.